Hey guys, what's up? What's good? What's happening? Yes, it's your boy Taki. Trust me, I'm so happy to be in your faces again. It's Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing fine. And how was the night? Hope you guys had an amazing time over the night. Trust me, I had an amazing time. I hope you guys actually have yours. Quick one today, straight up to life news, where we'll bring you updates concerning music, and that is across the country. We're going to begin with Omah Lay on this one. Very unlikely, yeah. We have Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido, but then I choose to go with Omah Lay. Is my choice, right? We saw where he dropped the Boy Alone project. 14 track project recognized I Bend You, Woman, I'm a Marriage Temptation, Understand, Never Forget, Save Everyone, Attention, So Out to Love, Tell Everybody, and obviously Purple as the last single in that project. We saw where Omah Lay was at a tiny little desk concert where, oh my god, people called him out seriously because there are not ways to say it. Omah Lay made a mess of himself at this concert. It was a very terrible and awful experience. Like no cap, it was a very awful experience on this one. And then we saw fans calling him out and saying all sort of stuff. Omah Lay, you bad, you this, you that. Your vocal game is good, but your performance level are 0/10. And obviously, you can just tell like he learned from all of this because we saw over his concerts where Omah Lay picked up 1,050%. He turned up like big time. Omah Lay started doing the whole Ruga Rema thingy, calling people out, dancing with them. Vocals were now on point. Backups were on point. You know, for the backups here, they played a major role in the first part of it where we called him out and insulted him. The backup singers played a major role, but this time maybe he did like a reshuffle. But what we know is the fact that the performance at the stage was an awesome performance. As a matter of fact, 10,000 over 100 because it beat expectations, and it was a very major one for Omah Lay on this one. Moving on, we saw Omah Lay came out to say I put my life on a billboard for the whole world to watch me fail and win. He said, so the kids could see, learn, and believe, so the youth could feel from a distance how tough his skin could be. So Male is saying all he's doing out there, putting himself out there, his life out there, billboard, all of that, is just so the coming ones could know that you can. There are times you fail, times you win. You don't win every time. You also will not fail every time. So there are times you just have a failure moment. Omale is saying part of the moment are those, and that's why he put himself out there so you can feel that from the beginning of Omale to where he is at, like as we speak, you can tell that he has been through ups and obviously down. So you cannot give up. You cannot give up. Just keep pushing, and also keep pushing. So what he said also for the youth, so you can see that your skin can be tough. So we're not in a world where everything comes easy. But then, if you follow Malay's story, you can discover that you can discover very thick skin, as it were. Moving on, we saw where he came out to say, making like a post that could mean that boy alone could have a deluxe. And then I'm like, everybody is doing a deluxe at Ultra, but Omale said this time, boy alone could have a deluxe, and then he said, Omale, please drop a boy alone deluxe, and he had the in Jesus' name thingy, inshallah. Amazing one, and but for the fact that So is a global song. Actually, a lot of people have So is the global song. The thing about songs like this is the fact that heartbreak song are actually amazing. So Burna Boy last, and heartbreak song becoming a global song. As a matter of fact, almost become the song of the summer. And then for Malay, So song is that sad song, which is also becoming gradually one of the songs. People are really vibing in that song like so well. You cannot imagine how a breakup song is getting that recognition. It just shows the fact that people just like what they want to like, basically. But then he said he wants to have a deluxe. Maybe So will have a remix. Think about it. Anyways, moving on, we saw where Malay actually had this interview at the same time having a tattoo fixed up at his back. And to start with, yeah, how do you talk when you're going through a bit of pain and then you're laughing about it? It doesn't make sense. I saw comment section, people were like, no, this guy is gone, this guy is gone. This is like pain because drawing a tattoo on your back is like serious pain. And then we saw Malay all laughing and then saying a whole lot. Somebody came out to say, talking about Afrobeat, he said, a lot of people are just using vibe and cruise for Afrobeat. So just sing vibe and cruise and vibe and all of that. But he's saying he's one of the realest dudes out there. Like all of his songs, you can relate to them. Me saying, you want most of the songs we have now just club song when you go to the club when you chill. And then normally he's saying, when you leave the club, you go home. What do you listen to? What do you listen to when you leave the club? And then he's saying, his album is that project that you 20 years from now, you actually go back to that album and know what he did in that project. He's saying that project is for everybody. He said your kids will listen to that project because he wrote it for everybody. It's not a clubbing vibe, but it's a very, very real life situation. It is life. That album is life. So whatever life throws at you, go to that album, you have a space of that situation in the project. Anyone, classic of Omah Lay. We also saw where he said when he wrote so, he said he was in so much pain, and he was drinking a lot, he was smoking a lot. Like it was a whole lot of things for Matt. I obviously you could see that after I dropped the album, he had like this series of tweets at the time and about his girlfriend leaving him, how he slept with his therapist, how he, like it was an amazing session. Did I just say amazing? Nah, it wasn't amazing. But it was a very, very serious one for my time. He had to go through like a lot of series of sessions, therapy sessions, pain and all of that. And then he said so especially came from a place of pain, emotional sadness and all of that. And he really, really, really did not was not having it at the time. But trust me, Soso came out and a lot of person really liked it at the time. Then he also said at the point he was F upped and obviously was suicidal at the time. He said he had suicidal thoughts and was thinking of taking his own life and money just felt like a lot. You could just tell the fact that he was a sad person. Like at the time, he was a very sad person. And then you want to ask yourself a question: how do celebrities become sad? Like you know, popular opinion is the fact that you have life working out for you. Basically, you have everything working out for you. Life is a problem with this artist at the time. So I mean, you just cannot place it. So it's just a space that proves to you that money is not really everything. You can have money and still go through pain. You can have money and still go through shit. You can have money and still go through your moments. So Mali has proven that possible. And then he's saying he was suicidal because he was really and messed up at the time. He also said when he writing when he writing the Boy Alone project, he became more disciplined because he learned discipline when writing the Boy Alone album. He said because he said now he's a person that when he says he wants to do something, he's going to do it. If he's not doing it, he's not doing it. And all of this discipline came when he was writing the Boy Alone. As a matter of fact, you can actually say it yes because if you are if you are if you're sad, your emotions were down, you're messed up, you're suicidal, and then you still went ahead to write a project. It's discipline. Trust me. A lot of persons are just throwing the towel and all of that. But then Omah Lay came out and he is saying that album is a classic one. You all need to go back to that album and listen to it again. Maybe that's why I dropped in the deluxe because you guys need to know what he really did in that project. He also came out to say true love exists. And then I'm going to say this like I've said it here before. I'm going to say it again. Omah Lay said, if you find someone that loves you for you are, sticks with you, stay with you, and doesn't judge you, he's saying stay with that person. Like this is the realest you can get out there today. If somebody out there really loves you for who you are, stays with you, supports you, and just be there with you at your back, trust me, stay with that person. You know why? It's cold outside, so cold. You don't find love anywhere outside again. So if you have that one, please keep it. From me to you and Omah Lay, we love you. Moving on, we have Davido as the next guy on the news. We saw Timeless becoming the most streamed album for the month of April, according to Turntable Charts. For Spotify, Davido Unavailable have surpassed 14 million plus streams, and we saw Davido saying he's working on Netflix to bring a movie by December, and there's going to be an amazing one. It's going to be called it's a documentary, but then a more advanced one called docu series. So it's about Davido's life and we all can't wait to see what that has to play out. I saw the video saying we go to shock them like high tension, talking about if you know the song, you know the remaining part. Oh no, Kudemola go become governor. Amazing, yeah. I saw where the governor of Osun State, Adeleke, actually won the case at Supreme Court, and it has been confirmed that he is going to be the governor of Osun State for the next 4 years, and obviously maybe or maybe not get the nod for another 4 years. But Davido was so happy, and then he posted this one. Breaking news: Nigeria Supreme Court affirms the victory of Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, striking out the challenge of ex-governor Oyetola 9 months after the election. So, quick story: Tribunal said Oyetola won the election. Appeal said Adeleke won the election. Supreme said Adeleke won. So, if Supreme have said the thing, final verdict, you cannot change it. And Davido is saying it has been a long battle. Congratulations to the Osun people. It is indeed freedom time. The battle has been on for years, but God has been with us. Congratulations to everyone, and obviously Adeleke. We saw the video come out to say timeless concert in Osun State this year, called out names and all of that, saying maybe we should have a concert in Osun State. Don't forget, We had one in Lagos State last month thereabout, and it was an amazing one. And Davido is saying, should we have another in Osun State? And this was like actually this person said, I laughed. So I said, Davido, I will not eat until you reply me. Ah, I guess you're not hungry. I guess you're not hungry. But anyway, we saw Governor Adeleke actually replying saying done, done, done. So Osun State people, be sure that you're going to have a timeless concert in Osun State. Date and time, I don't know yet, but be so sure that we're going to have a timeless concert in Osun State. Davido is going to be live performing in Osun State. Obviously, Lagos are going to turn up for that event at the same time. But then amazing one to these guys and the crew. And moving on, we have Burna Boy as the next guy in the news. So where Burna Boy was in the club with Drake, where they had PDD rather. They had an amazing time together. We saw Burna Boy alone has surpassed 80 million streams on Spotify. It remains the second most streamed song off the Black Panther soundtrack album. Burna Boy African Giant has surpassed 700 million on Spotify. Obviously, Love Damini album has surpassed 690 million on Spotify. We saw Burna Boy having Instagram live sessions and amazing one. Funny how you most likely will never find Burna Boy in live session. He really doesn't do this like often. And he had this one dressed up all cute and all of that. And then we saw where he had a call with the Michi lady as it were, and they were all gushing by themselves. And the girl was like, "You look so sweet, you look so yummy." And the other was like, "Oh, they want me, Joe." You know that kind of lovely thing where you're like, "Leave me, Gary." Was giving that vibe. And the question is, Odogwu the cash feeling. He don't know the cash feeling. Now feeling the cash feeling. But amazing when we saw how it was an amazing. And people were like, is he dating somebody new? Is there a lady in his life at the moment? All of this, we cannot wait to see Burna Boy coming out to say, yes, I'm dating, or no, I'm not dating. Moving on, Burna Boy World Album Chart. Burna Boy picked at number 13 and has spent 44 weeks on the chart. This is a very serious case. Arise TV, they sent a representative to the Met Gala award thingy, and obviously where we saw Burna Boy winning the best male dress for the male category by GQ at the time, and he was there. He got an invite, him and Thames, to be at the ceremony and all of that, and to be there in the first place, it's a statement to say that you're a busy person, you're a special person, and they acknowledge the fact that you're there. Now, nobody was invited to the Met Gala, and the person is just standing up by himself. You have to be working, getting interviews, meeting people, networking, all of that. And that was what Burna Boy was doing at the time. And then we saw the Arise TV rep saying she was there at the same time, and then she showed videos of how she wanted to interview Burna Boy, and then she was screaming, Odogu, 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 Burna Boy, Burna Boy. And then she said Burna Boy snubbed her, and she played at the camera and said, Nigerians, remember this, Burna Boy snubbed Nigeria, and you guys shouldn't forget it. And I'm like, wow, like why? Because if you saw the video, you saw that Burna Boy actually didn't really snub her. He was going to attend to her, but then we saw where people actually came out to take him away from there. And then he actually faced back to talk to her, saying he wants to do this, but he can't because he's busy and all of that. And then she's saying he snubbed her. Maybe they had like an after thingy, but on that particular what we saw, on the particular instance we saw, he did not snub her. But then Arise TV are saying he actually snubbed her on that one. But that is what comes to celebrity lifestyle, because all of this stuff you might not contain them as it were. Moving on to the last guy on the news. No name, no introduction, straight to the news. Kizari has promised us that album is ready and Friday is dropping a new song. Straight up. There's never I won't tell you his name and his picture. He had just said that new music Friday to that's next tomorrow, and obviously album is done and is back on the road. For Chris Daniel, this is a very good news, but should we take it serious? I'll let you guys do the talk on that one. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one. I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and be careful.